Live from Johnny's studio, Johnny's Donut Studios. Welcome to Mad Bomber Podcast.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Welcome back to Mad Bomber Podcast. And today is a Victory Tuesday. We'll call it Therapeutic Tuesday. The game this weekend versus the Commanders. My takeaway from the game is that it wasn't even a close game this weekend. It was a tale of two halves. The first half we stayed in it till about 3 minutes left in the second quarter. It started out rough. We'll go over that. And what happened was they did not play physical at all. There was no physicality in the Raiders, none at all. They came out flat, but they just didn't have it. The scheme was horrible on defense and as well as on offense. We'll talk about both of those. But I can't believe what I saw on some of the plays where it didn't look like the Raiders, even on the kickoff, nobody was in their lanes. It seemed like everybody was going one way and the Commanders were going the other way. We got it close. We got it pretty close in the end of the second quarter with Geno Smith. Geno Smith went 19 for 29 with 3 touchdowns. His quarterback rating was good. That was probably the plus of this game was Geno Smith. There was he did have a great bounce back game, but he was under duress the whole time. The whole time he was on the field, he was under duress. There was no time for Geno to throw the ball, especially after the second quarter. Ashton Genty had some really nice runs, but it was not there. It was not there for the taking. I believe we got outcoached. I believe we got outplayed. And I know they had more time. People are going to try to say, well, they had 10 days off. We had to do another East Coast roadie. I'm not buying that. That's not a team that I would that's not something that you want to see from the Raiders. We're trying to change a culture, allegedly, and that's not happening. I want to check this video out real quick. I want to see what you guys think. Right off the bat, just like the Chargers game, here it is. We start out slow. Oops, wrong video. Okay, you're going to take a look. We kick the ball off. Stop right here. Number 27 is on the outside. He's coming in. He's on the right-hand side as you're looking at it right now. Look at the lanes. The lanes are being condensed from the inside of the hash to the numbers. Let's go a little bit further. Stop. Here comes Dylan Lobby. He's the first guy you see right there. Realistically, he didn't have anybody push him or anything. He just overran this play. Let's continue. Boom. Nobody there. Here comes 27, who kind of makes amends for himself again. Tackles, and here we are off to another bad start. I want to watch that one more time, and I want you to watch the lanes again, because the lanes for me is a problem. With this new kickoff rule, there's a lot of kickoffs being returned right now in the NFL for some good yardage, but this is just undisciplined special teams right here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Everybody's on their lanes, and stop. Okay. Two guys right in the middle there between the 30 and the hash mark are being blocked. The double team, good double team. One guy's just running right by. Watch number 44. He doesn't even seem like he wants to be into the play. Look, he gets up. He's boom, 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 boom. And this is another. I have a feeling that's Tommy Eichenberg, and I believe that he's looking at maybe being replaced. They had Luke Masterson in today. Oh, Luke, the old Raider, coming in to take a look at him. Luke was a really, really good player on special teams, and I believe that's why he is in the building right now. So that right there showed me really that first play of the game. Here we are, typical Charger game. There's like the Charger game. We're behind the 8 ball. Now they're close to getting a score. Before I show you that score, though, let's go ahead and watch the undisciplined Raiders defense by 2 players. The whole team is disciplined except for 2 players. Let's roll the first one. Stop. Okay. 57 right there, who is right behind Max Crosby. He's supposed to have the inside run. He's supposed to be tailing the runner. On the other side, you got Kuntz coming in, but Mr. 98 came out on a 5 technique and rolled right past, and boom, there he is. Now watch 99 hustling all the play. Your Super Bowl champion from the Eagles, Thomas Booker, gets the ball back for the Raiders. Okay, that was a great play. Again, one more time. Stop. Up. Max is going in to get the again. These are early in the game where you would think that the discipline would still be around. And this is Max, and he's not the only one. Everybody else is playing good. You see Chin up top. You see Adams on the backside, number 33. He's waiting for the counter play. Here it comes. One play. Everybody's doing their job except for one guy. Here we go. Stop and go. Sorry, Max. I hate to do that to you. But boom. Thank you, Thomas Booker. We get the ball back. At that point, it was 7-0, and I haven't showed you that touchdown yet because that's another one we're going to go over. Okay? That right there is undisciplined defense. And we talk all the time. A lot of people are very, very upset about Patrick Graham and his defenses. And it seems like a lot of times our communication on defense, which he's been here a long time. I know this is a new system. They're running 64% cover 3 right now. But still, if you're running that much of one thing, you should be pretty good at it. Let's watch another undisciplined play on the defense. Bam. Okay. Max, everybody else is playing it right. This 63 is holding middle linebacker, as you can see right there. Welcome to the Raiders, Pete and Gino. You're not going to ever get the calls. But right there, now we got Malcolm Kuntz, who we paid a lot of money to stick him around. He does the same thing. And here we go with Marcus Mariota. All right, that just pisses me off. You have to have outside contain, because if we're going to watch that again, because I love watching when one person ruins the whole play. And just like Bill Belichick has always said, do your job, do your job. I'm trying to smile today, but I'm not. It's just really tough. I've been watching these tapes for the last 2 days, and it's just one player almost on every play. Let's watch it again. Okay. Stop. Okay. They're going ahead. They're going to go ahead, and it looks like they're going to the right. The Washington's line is scraping to the right. Look at Pratt in the middle. He's watching Mariota. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. But right here, 51, Coons to your left, right next to 36, Kelly, should be coming upfield so that he can get that interference back inside, which would mean Mariota. So stop. Stop. Where's 57? Chin's looking up. He's got his head up. He's got his head up. Okay. And exactly what you're not supposed to do. Big play. Nice block by 82 on Blue Kelly. And there you go. And that is another part of one person on the defense not doing his job. And that's disappointing because everybody wanted Coons. I guess I did too, but I was reluctant to give him that kind of money. And so far, he hasn't played well. He got caught up in the wash against the Chargers as well. So here we go again. Big Daddy Dan Riley's in the house. Always nice to see you. Kiss your beautiful wife and your cool son. Kyle Kuntz, major disappointment so far. But it's 3 games. I don't want to go crazy after 3 games. I just don't see that we have to. We want to start hanging people out. The fire Brandon Carroll, fire him, fire Brink. It's that just come on, man. That just gets old, and it just we want to. If you're going to exemplify a team, exemplify the Steelers, exemplify the Ravens. They have stability in their programs. So stop it already. It drives me nuts. Okay, here's another one, and I've talked about this guy, Palomau. I'm doing better with that. I hope Captain Jack's listening. He scolds me. But watch this play because, again, one person isn't doing their job. So what has been the constant so far? Who's been running the ball? Number 8, Marcus Mariota. The guy can't hit the broadside of a barn if it was in front of him, if he's going to try to do it 20 times. He'll get that pass in here and there, but he's not the quarterback that's going to beat you with his arms. He's going to beat you with his, everybody, legs. So let's watch it again, and let's watch beautiful communication by the Raiders defense. Bam, stop. Okay, right here, you got Devin White, and you got Jermaine Pratt in the middle. Okay, Pratt's watching watching number 38, and 11 is watching anybody coming across one of the receivers coming across. Let's watch the whole thing. Boom. Who runs again? It's the same old. It's like, oh, why can't you figure that out? And the reason is Palomau has to watch it, and we're going to watch it one more time. Okay, stop. Okay, Palomau right now is 5 yards in the end zone. The ball's on the 3. Okay, so right now he's about 8 yards from the ball, and Mariota's 8 yards from the goal line. So we're going to go up and ball snap, stop, boom. If you watch that, let me play that one more time. Stop. As soon as Mariota puts that foot down, because right now you got number 11 to your left, Jeremy Chin, getting rid of Zach Ertz. Look who's looking for that guy, Jermaine Pratt. Beautiful communication right there. We got a pass rush in the middle, but the middle's wide open. Palomau's got to see that. He's got to see that. Now watch Mariota's foot, and then watch Palomau. He's late again. Watch this. Boom. And he's behind. And then there's Kuntz, and Kuntz didn't even get close to the quarterback. That is what's driving me nuts right now. And that's what's going on with the defense is they're missing communication. It's one person not doing their job and identifying that this guy is Marcus Mariota, who's going to run the football. He's going to run the football. They weren't prepared for it. I mean, basically what Cliff Kingsbury's doing is he's using Chip Kelly's offense against him, and it drives me nuts. And yes, Dollface, No hustle. No hustle. No let up. No let up. Now let's watch another. This is the last one I want to watch before I slip my wrists and put the Barry Manilow albums on. Okay, check this mierda out. Stop. Okay, this is after we had tied the game 10-10, and then they ran that long touchdown to make it 17-10. They got the ball back. And right here is at the end of the half where they're trying to get in field goal range. Okay. So there's Chris Smith, number 29, spying on Mariota about 15 yards off the ball. Let's call it 12. I'll call it 12. Okay. The ball snapped. Nobody's moving. We're rushing three, folks. Rushing three. And here's what happens. Where's my cursor? There you are. And there he is. What is he doing, folks? He's running. And then here comes 27, Tristan McCollum, to get him. But a little bit too late. And then the good news was that he knocked into Dan Quinn. Dan Snyder used to own him. But anyway, that's what happens. So let's watch it again in full length before we slit our wrists. Where is everybody? Come on. Boom. Gee, can you imagine that? He's running the ball. Okay. All right. As you can see, I'm not in a good mood watching this stuff. So that is no bueno. Yes, Brian Starziak, I agree 100% with that. Okay. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Okay. Let's have some fun. This kid balled out without no blocking. I love it when Ryan Clark said he doesn't have it. I sure think he's got it as far as a runner. He's got a little bit more to be desired as a pass blocker, and a definitely third down. I would try to do like a bubble screen to him right over the tight end's boo-hoos. And look at Gino later. Gino got pummeled. He can't do that. Then we got Kenny Pickett. But look at these runs. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good vision. He missed a few plays, and I'm not going to go over that. I watched him miss 3 plays where he should have ran inside, and he just has to keep getting the ball. This isn't the Mountain West Conference anymore. He just has to get the ball. I have a question for you Raider fans, because I've been asking it all week long to all the beat writers. I've asked it to guys I know that are on the Raiders, that are close to the Raiders, not on the Raiders, close to the Raiders. But where is this guy? Can somebody help me out with this? I don't understand why we signed Raheem Mostert. This guy's a third down back, and you got Dylan Lobby in there. And obviously, he doesn't look like he does very well on special teams. I didn't see anything on him that was like, I guess we kept him over Mostert because of special teams. The Zamir White project is just uninhabitable for me. He's a tough guy. Is he a third down and one back? Maybe is that what Zamir White is? But I don't understand why he's not getting the swing pass to Mostert. Now, I did hear somebody talk today on one of the national shows and said that Chip Kelly was big at using the hash marks in college, where the hash marks are wider, and now he says that that he's getting more adjusted to the hash marks that were definitely different in the NFL. But this guy right here, you could put him on returns. You could put him down as a third down back. This guy is lightning fast. He is one of those guys that can really move. He can really move quick. All right. So that is something. If somebody can tell me, because these Vegas guys do not ask the tough questions of Pete Carroll. I wish they would, but they don't. All right. Here we go. Here's Gino, and watch the protection. He gets the step up. Trey Tucker, touchdown Raiders. Okay? Let's do that one more time, shall we? Again, when Gino has time, he can look to the receivers. He looks off. He didn't look off the first game. Last game I watched, he sounded like he was just not playing well last game. But let's take a look again. Okay, stop. Okay. We got Jacoby, and we got Brock on the left side, and we have Ian Thomas on the other side. Let's see that. That's a nice touchdown right there. That is a nice touchdown. He looked off his receiver, and I agree with you. He is not a special teams player, and that's why I think they're bringing Luke Masterson in. I totally agree with that. He doesn't play. At his age, he can't play. That's kind of the gig on that. But our special teams right now is not being Hondo asked the hard question. How are you going to find Vegas with the best steak? He does ask good questions about food places. Food with Hondo. Okay. I like that. All right, let's watch another one. Again, it would be nice to have Mostert in there. It would be really, really good. And I think he's a better blocker than the two backs we have in there on third downs. Gino's got time, steps up in the pocket, throws a dart. Boom. Touchdown. That's a beautiful play right there. Okay, here we go. Watch Bobby Wagner in the middle before this play. You got Zamir White. They're not blitzing on this play at all. Right now, Zamir White is coming in, and he's going to spy. He's going to take Wagner out of the play. Let's take a look at that. You got Von Miller on the left against DJ Glaze. DJ Glaze Donuts. Remember, Johnny's Donuts. You can get really good glazed donuts at Johnny's Donuts, okay? Let's watch DJ Glaze. Let's watch the play and watch Zamir White over the middle with Bobby Wagner. Boom. Look at that bomb. Not even broke stride. So, boom. That was great. Yes, Brian. They only rushed 4. I guess they were feeling sorry for us because they were dominating us every time they put the blitzer in, or they would slant to the left and then bring the running back around the side. I mean, the running back, the linebacker. You know, the running back. Okay, let's watch some more, shall we? This right here is okay. There's Ashton. Okay, gets blown up right there. Okay, let's do that one more time. Okay, stop. Okay, you have a jumbo formation in there, and watch this. I don't understand why we're using our tackles to pull and then pull into the middle. Let's watch this one time. Nothing there. Okay. All right, real quick, let me do some business here. If you guys are watching on Facebook, Brian, try to go over to YouTube. I can see your lists a little better, and it's easier for me to see. And then I need to get the YouTube up, the subscribe and like too. Like's cool too if you like it. All right. Another thing that happened, if you're looking at the stats right now, Jacoby Myers is the number 10 receiver right there. Look at those receivers that he has that he's in context with right there. That's a good little team to be with right there. Jacoby Myers, is he a number 1 receiver? Is he? I mean, I don't even think we haven't even got him off yet. So I believe that he's going to be somebody that Geno Smith's going to find a lot more. But at this point right now, guys, if we don't get any more offensive help I know people are talking about Brandon Carroll, and I listened to Marshall Newhouse. I don't know if anybody else knows who he is, but he said the offensive line play and with Ashton's top 5 in breaking tackles, and there's a stat that shows that he is getting hit 100% of the time behind the line of scrimmage, which is not good. I mean, obviously, we want to see you want to see more holes for him, but I mean, right now, let's just hold off on Genty and see what else. See if they're going to go more jumbo. Anthony, I just don't get it. Also inactive all 3 games this week. I'm calling JT the Brick and asking him why. Also, any serious thoughts on Greg Papa? You know what? It's sad to know what happened to Greg Papa. I don't know the full details, and I'm not going to talk about something I don't know, but that guy was a Raider. He was a Raider. I don't know what happened to him with the Raiders, but I can tell you that guy was always a Raider. And everybody should have a prayer tonight for Greg Papa, because he was a Raider. I know he's with the Niners now, but that guy was definitely a Raider. And thank you, Anthony. I don't get it either why he's inactive. Here's another stat. Okay, you can see Justin Herbert, Geno Smith, Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, Jared Goff. Again, I don't really like to get back to like stats, because stats don't impress me all that much. But I can tell you what, he's throwing the ball downfield, minus that Charger game. And again, this is the first I've seen of Geno. I used to watch him like anybody else did, like on Red Zone. Daniel Jones or Derek Carr. My kids just want my kids are going to put a picture of Derek Carr on my casket because they know how much I'm not a Kardashian. Daniel Jones. Hey guys, chime in. My son has a question. Daniel Jones or Derek Carr? What would you get? All right. One last thing. Today is Tuesday. And in honor of Tuesday, I got to watch the Goonies again, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the old Raiders right now, because this has been a tough 2 weeks. And I know a lot of you guys are East Bay Raider fans, and I was going through some old books, and I read Cruising with the Twos again. And if you haven't ever read that book, man, I tell you, you need to read that book. That is one hell of a book. It's funny, and if you're a Kenny Stabler fan, as I am, you'll dig it. So, couple last things. I don't want to keep talking bad about the Raiders. I think it's fixable, guys. I really do. I think that they definitely need to get some linemen in the offseason for sure. They're going to have $120 million under the cap. It's going to be crazy that we can get some guards. Dylan Parham's going to be on his way out, I believe. He's in his 5th year, so he'll be on his way out. So there's some stuff to look forward to. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, and I don't want to be a guy that's like, oh, they're going to be in the playoffs. We don't know what's going to happen to this team right now. This team is in a little bit of a flux after these 2 losses. Pete Carroll got out coached last week. He says he's owning it. I'm going to take him for his word because this is all of our first sample size of Gino, of Ashton, of Pete Carroll. And if you're watching social media like I do a lot, especially about the Raiders, there's just a whole bunch of people that are on bad with him. I agree. I would move JPJ back to center. I definitely would. I would definitely put JPJ back to center. I'm trying to find that video. I apologize, guys. I don't have that video of JPJ. But I'm with you, Brian. I would put JPJ back at center. I think that would be a smarter move. I wish I had that video. I thought I had it, but there's too much of him that does really, really well. Knocking guys down, being nasty in the middle of the line. So I definitely agree with that. I agree with that, Deanna. I think he needs to be in the game. I don't know why they put Cap in there. Again, Pete Carroll got out coached this week. Okay. So on Friday, we're gonna have a special guest. This guy is the president of the Black Hole, and he'll be coming in. It's the Black Hole, the Sacramento chapter. If anybody's in the Sacramento chapter, DM me. I'll get you his information. I'm a Black Hole member, as you can see, 30 years. And it's if you join the club, they give you great swag. There's a great shirt. There's some stickers, some patches. There's some really good stuff, and he's going to explain it better than me. But this guy is going to come in on Friday with my Whiz Kid. My Whiz Kid's going to break down the Bears. I don't want to talk too much. If you're me, you're scared. You're scared because what I saw against Mariota, I'm scared that we are going to have the same thing with Caleb Williams. We're going right back to another guy who can run. A little bit different. He's got a way better arm than him, but I'm not going to that guy's going to keep me up. And as it stands now, the Bears and Raider fans are going to be 50-50 at this game. So we're losing home field advantage. So we have to be louder. If you're going to the game, I'm going to show you where I will be on Friday. So guys, definitely come back on Friday. I got the Whiz Kid, and if you weren't here last Friday, he's a treat. I don't want to keep going on and keep talking about this loss. It was bad, but let's recap. Gino was good. Trey Tucker was good. The defense was good, minus a couple of big plays, but the communication's getting there. And I don't mean that they were good on the scoreboard, but the communication, they're starting to play together. And like I wanted to show you, because you're going to say, oh, you're fucking crazy. Look at how much he scored. Yeah, but they also had some really good plays where they communicated and one guy just didn't do his job. So I will see you guys Friday, 7 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. Please come back to Mad Bomber Podcast. I'm having fun. Today wasn't fun because I didn't want to go over this misery. So thank you for coming out, and we'll see you on Friday.
Now it's Siani to the left. Biletnikoff to the right against Marsalis. Back is Lamonica. Throws for Biletnikoff. Touchdown Raiders! Biletnikoff is having words right now with Marsalis. Fred caught that ball after quite a physical battle with Marsalis in the right corner of the end zone. He went on out of the end zone, and then instead of slamming the ball into the turf, he ran back in about 10 yards to where Marsalis was and defiantly slammed it in the turf in front of Marsalis. The two tight ends are lined up as tight ends. Back goes Darrell to pass. He's looking for Smith, but instead goes down the middle. Chester, touchdown Raiders! Holy Toledo, what a great call! 19 yards and a Raider touchdown to make it 22-3. Chester had gotten free at the 5 and was all alone in the end zone, 2 yards. yards in. The Chargers now have a brilliant opportunity to put this game away. Here's Williams to the left, Garrison to the right, flanks right, Charlie Smith out to the left as a wingback, leaves only one back to block, that's Hubbard. LaMonica back, gets fine blocking, now he throws down the middle, Branch at the 20. Branch at the 18, tripped up, keeps going, reverses to the 15, he's at the 10, he dances down to the 9-yard line. First and goal to go Raiders. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go, and hang on to your hats. Branch is still in. He goes to the right, slotted inside Boletnikoff. 5 defensive backs in there. LaMonica gives to Smith, sending him to the left. He's got Upshaw in front. He's at the 5. He's at the 2. It's a touchdown Raiders! Charlie Smith from 9.5 yards out. Oakland has gone in front. Clarence Davis is in for Charlie Smith. He's a deep threat on pass reception. Back goes Stabler to pass, steps away from the rush. He's going to run up the left side. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Touchdown, Oakland Raiders! I'm sorry I've lost my voice. Kenny Stabler goes all the way